So anyway, so the Nobel has clearly been on his mind because the letter he wrote was after this. So he got the Nobel. As far as he's concerned, he owns it. It is in his hands, but he doesn't feel good enough. So he sent a letter to Norway saying, because I didn't get the Nobel Prize, I'm now the war guy, and Greenland's on the table. And he's been constantly hammering this Greenland thing. And so we talked about it a little bit last week, but in response to them not immediately caving and giving him Greenland, he rolled out a massive tariff on 9 European countries. Well, actually, 10% tariff, but rising. And I don't know if you want to take it from here, Doug, but this is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you pull this up, this is the Truth Social. Again,
Jesus Christ.
Something to me, this is on the 17th, so a couple days ago. This goes so far beyond everything else. I've actually been trying to understand why, and maybe you guys have theories. So he clearly states that it's time for Denmark to give back world peace at stake and says, we are going to, on February 1st, put a 10% tariff on Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the UK, the Netherlands, and Finland. It will be increased to 25% on June 1st, 2026, and this tariff will be in place up until we get the complete and total purchase of Greenland. So this is just full on using tariffs to bully the EU into giving us Greenland.
Fully on board with this, except Sweden. It doesn't really feel like Sweden should be carved out. They didn't really do anything. Lemon of optimism, we get Sweden out of this. Because we wouldn't want anything to hold up the immigration department in Sweden right now. We wouldn't want anything to impede
relations
or distract.
There's just been a trade deficit. More Swedes have been coming here. We got to get rebalances. We got to send some Americans over there.
Send some Americans that way.
There.
Right?
And that'd be really nice. I think that's something you're for.
That's very
really
pro.
Cool.
Now, this got pretty universal criticism, as you can imagine. This is just kind of fucking insane. This is really the first time where the tariffs have not been, there hasn't been the purported reason of stopping or trade deficits. This is just straight up, we want you to give us your land. And this is to NATO, our ally. This is not to Venezuela. It's not to China. It's not to, this is our allies. And he's threatening our allies with tariffs because we want their land, some of which aren't even necessarily relevant to this. Like, what does Sweden have to do with Greenland exactly? I'm not sure.
Exactly. Nothing. They Doug.
Drop behind you 100%. You made a typo.
Get the Swedes out of there.
So there's a couple, as you can imagine, the response to this has been pretty universally negative on the free press. Any left leaning of any kind, person or institution has been like, what the fuck is this? This is absolutely insane. Including right-leaning publications as well, like the Free Press posted a pretty negative article on this. And that Free Press is very right-leaning for context, but I think it's interesting that a right-leaning article came out about this. They were like, despite all the recent foreign policy wins of Trump, this one isn't hitting the mark. I'm like, okay.